This is kind of weird with Jeffrey sitting here. I'm wanting to reach over and hit buttons, and and I don't need to because Jeffrey's here. Welcome back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. Artesia High baseball coach J.J. Ortiz is with us. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
You have a good kind of week off, not having any baseball games for a few days?
You know what? I had more baseball games. My son played games in Carlsbad, 3 games on Saturday and 2 games on Sunday, so still had baseball. But no, it was good. It's good to have a little bit of a break. So
yeah. Well, one of the things I was looking at our schedule, and over the last week or so, and then of course this week, Bulldogs have played or will play some really good baseball teams in 4A and 5A. A lot of good competition.
Yeah. No, that's how we set up our schedule, and those teams. The better teams you play that help you get better. They'll show you some of the things you need to work on. And so, yeah, went up to Rio Rancho and then had one day off and then had another doubleheader. And so 5 games in 6 days, and it was good for our guys to get a little bit of a break after Hobbs. And then back at it this week with Roswell today, and then Carlsbad on Friday. So
three games left before district. The doubleheader tonight with Roswell, and then the single game with Carlsbad, and they're home games. So that'll be a good opportunity for the fans to come out and watch the team.
Yes, sir. Yeah, no, it'll be great to have finally some home games after our tournament, and then we'll have some more home games with our district starting. But yeah, it's always good to play in front of our own fans.
Yeah. So at this point in the season, how are things kind of turned out? When you go in, you've got your roster, you got your players, you kind of think you know where things are going to wind up, but then you actually go out and play the game. So how would you assess where is the team at right now in its development for this season? Yeah,
we talked the other day, and we talked about we're still getting better every game, and we talked about not peaking too early. And so I told the guys, I said, you know what, we're getting better every game, and we're doing things better every game, and we're gonna continue to get better, and then we'll peak. We'll start peaking during district, and then take it into state, and no one's gonna want to play us. You look at our strength of schedule. It's one of the top in 4A, because we played all 5A teams that are really good, and played some good 4A schools also. And so, with our strength of schedule and the type of team we have, people are going to be worried about us, and we're definitely on a lot of people's radar. And so, it's kind of a unique situation with our guys. 4 lefties, haven't had that in a while. Got a lot of guys with experience on the mound, and then pitch count comes into play, and we don't want to overuse anyone, and we want to make sure that we're healthy at the end of the year when it counts. And so we're using a lot of different guys on the mound, and moving guys in different positions, and trying to get guys a lot of experience, so when we need them at those positions, they're ready, and they've had that experience. And so now it's been good. This really good group. We challenged them this week with changing up practice, and we told them, hey, some of the things we're doing they're just not working, so let's change it. I always talk about that. If you're going to keep doing the same thing over and over, you're just going to get the same results. So let's switch it up, and so they really responded well to switching practice up and different things that we do, and the way that we throw, and some of the stuff that's going to make us better, and they were all about it. And so really happy about that. So just excited about playing Roswell today.
Yeah. You talked about the pitch count. That's not just you. I think that's an NMAA. They kind of sanction or dictate what your pitch count is and how many days rest a pitcher has to have and so forth. And that kind of was an example of that was you had the 3-game series at Rio Rancho, which was the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then you turned right around on Tuesday and had to play a doubleheader at Hobbs. And so that you really have to kind of adjust your pitching and how long a pitcher can pitch. And a lot of people may not understand that. What are the NMAA guidelines as far as the pitch count and so forth?
Yeah, it depends on. So if you go, they have different days of rest. So if it's 90, if you pitch 90 or more pitches, they want you to sit out 4 calendar days. And then, so 60 to 90 is three days rest. And then if you're at 40, anything over 40 to 60 is just 1 day rest. So it's a good thing. You know, we don't. My philosophy when I started was I don't want to overuse anyone. I was a pitcher growing up, and I remember pitching in Little League, and the coach would be like, "Hey, we need you to pitch again." And, you know, I was like, "All right, let's do it.
One more game." Yeah.
And so just remembering that, and I'm like, I don't want to put our pitchers through that. And so we really spread the ball around with our pitchers, and try not to overuse anyone. Have everyone fresh for the end of the year, and we've been pretty successful doing it. So we're gonna stick with it.
Yeah.
And you kind of saw that with Hobbs. Also, they pitched some guys against us and saved some guys for Las Cruces, and they ended up losing both those games to Las Cruces. And so, you know, it's just, you never know with baseball and how things are going to go. And I think Hobbs really played up for us because we always play them tough. And then they went to Cruces and lost 2, which is huge for them because it's a 5A opponent. And when it comes down to seeding, and they look at seeding and how you played some of these teams that are finishing first or second in their district, and you can't be above those guys because if you won or lost, then they have to. So a lot of things come in play, and so I think we got Hobbs' best on Tuesday, and then they didn't play that great against Las Cruces, and Las Cruces is a good team also. So, but we see that all the time. We see we've seen Cleveland's 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we saw Academy's number 2.
Los Alamos number 1.
Los Alamos number 1, maybe number 1 in the whole state.
That's
that
right.
Guy's really good.
Yeah.
And saw Bloomfield's number 1. So playing all these better pitchers is just going to help us. So, you know, that's how we wanted it. That's how we want our schedule every year.
Well, and Hobbs is in the district. I think they're with Carlsbad, Roswell, and Clovis.
Yes, sir.
And you saw Hobbs. Now you're going to see Carlsbad. That's probably the top 2 teams in that particular district. So that'll
Yes, sir.
be interesting to see what Carlsbad looks like and who they're saving for, depending on what their district is next.
Right, and they're going to have some days off after our game, and then they've had some games off before our game because they were at the Rio Rancho tournament also, and so they're going to want to get their 1 and 2 some work. So we're going to see. I'll put money on it. We're going to see their number 1, number 2. They'll probably divide up the game for them, 60 some pitches each. But you know, we're excited about that opportunity to play them, and we've played them pretty tough. 2019 we beat them in their tournament, which hasn't happened. I asked a lot of people. No one remember the last time that ever happened.
Yeah.
And then the following year, 2020, we lost 2-0 to them in their championship game. And then last year, we beat them 7-5.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so, you know, we've been playing them pretty tough, and our kids know a lot of their players, and so it's a fun game.
Yeah.
And it's very intense game, and so we enjoy playing them.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about losing any hair, though.
No, but I'll get more gray hair. I got a lot of gray hair in my beard, and I tell the players, you know, this gray hair is from you guys missing a pop fly, and then I tell my wife this is from her, and then I tell my boys there. So everyone's got a part in my gray hair. Everyone helps with that.
There's a reason for every one of those.
Yeah.
Roswell High is who we're playing tonight, and I've watched some of their games. We've been able to stream some of their games this year on our video channel, and it seems like they'll either struggle or they'll maybe get up for Goddard and beat Goddard. They've kind of had an up and down year. What do you know about them, and what do you expect from them tonight?
They're going to play us. We can't overlook them, and they're going to play us tough. They always play us tough, and they have a couple good pitchers that we'll probably see. One is Lomelli. He's one of their good pitchers, if I'm saying his name right.
I think that's right.
Yeah, and he's a good pitcher. They played a tough schedule, and I think if the ball rolls a different way in a lot of their games, that their records flopped. So expecting them to come out and really play hard against us, and so it's going to be a challenge for us to. And then with us with the doubleheader too, our first doubleheader was with Hobbs, and we talked about how do we respond to playing another game, and we started off pretty well, and then things didn't go our way, and so another doubleheader coming up, and that's why we set them up, because our district is going to have a single and then a doubleheader, so we want the experience of playing those doubleheaders and refocusing and get ready for another game after you just played one. So
that's right, because the first 4 weeks it was tournaments, one game a day. So the Hobbs was the first time you did have a doubleheader.
Yes, sir.
Back to back. So I've got that again tonight, and then the single game on Friday, and then next week starts the district season, 3 straight weeks. And I know we've talked about it before, but our district is doing the 3-game series, a single game on Thursday, the doubleheader on Friday, and each team is going to get to host at least one of those nights. So it should be kind of interesting when we get into district.
Yeah, we set it up kind of like the state tournament. You gotta have 3 guys to win the championship, and so we want everyone to be able to throw their best guys every time that we face each other, and so. Before, that wasn't the case, because we'd play Tuesday or Friday or Tuesday and Saturday, and so people just didn't have some of their pitchers. And so now everyone's set up that they're going to have all their pitchers each week, and so that's going to make it very competitive and really good district games to help us get ready for the state tournament. And Las Cruces does it also. They kind of do it different. They play a 3-game series, but they play Tuesday, Friday, and they have the doubleheader on a Friday. And Hobbs and Carlsbad and Roswell, Clovis, they do the 3-game series just like us, Thursday and Friday. And so a lot of teams are doing that. The Roswell or the Academy District, St. Pius District, they have more teams in their district, so they only play a single game. And so they play every team twice, and it's a single at their place, and then they come back around and play a single at the other teams. And so I think the reason they do that is they can pitch their best pitcher in every single district game, because they have that many days off, and so that helps them out, but it doesn't really set them up for the state tournament. So
yeah,
everyone has different philosophy of how to do it, and then you talk about travel and how can you get enough games in a certain amount of time, and so there's a lot that goes into it.
Well, I know travel is an extra challenge now with the cost of fuel and all that other fun stuff, that the administrators get to think about all that stuff too. So we'll see how that changes with next year. How's the JV program doing right now?
They're doing good. Coach, we have Coach Tristan Bowden and Tony Jaramillo, and they're every day they're working. Those guys are working hard and getting better every day, and really excited about what's coming up next year to help us, and so they'll play a little different than our schedule. They'll play Roswell today, but they'll have a doubleheader against Carlsbad on Friday, and so they're doing a good job over there and getting better every game.
Yeah, and it's kind of exciting tonight. 4 games, the 2 JV games and the 2 varsity games. So the baseball complex is going to be pretty busy tonight.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it'll be good. Just want to encourage everyone to come support the baseball team and have some really good food in the concession. And we're really excited about having our concession back. With COVID, they said no concessions, and so now that we have it back, we're excited. And Darlene does such a good job with the concession, so really happy to have her helping us out. And so, yeah, come get some good food and watch some baseball.
There you go. So 4:30 for the first game tonight of the doubleheader. And then on Friday, your game with Carlsbad's at 5?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, it kind of worked out where, with our district, we only have 9 district games.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had one available, and so Carlsbad, we played just a single game with them last year, and so worked out where we have that extra game, and so yeah, just excited about that.
Yeah, so so come out and support the Bulldog baseball program, and come out tonight for the doubleheader, and then be back on Friday for Carlsbad. Then next week it's all for real. And
yes, sir.
That. You get to follow any of the Major League Baseball at all?
Yeah, try to keep up with it as much as I can, and they're starting this week.
So they finally got all their issues.
They kind of switched it up where they let each club keep more players, just because they didn't have a long enough spring training, and so probably to keep guys healthy because they don't have enough practice time, so they're keeping more guys on the rosters, and no, it's exciting.
Yeah,
I'm glad they're starting on time.
Yeah, well, you'd hate to go a summer without baseball, but you know the issues are important, and that's why they have the negotiations and all this other kind of stuff. Hopefully they get it worked out. You'd think there'd be plenty of money for everybody.
Yeah, especially the ticket prices.
I know.
When you go watch one of those games, and so.
Who do you think's going to do well this year? Who are the?
I'm a Red Sox fan, so I always think they'll win it every year. So, so go Red Sox. But
so, have you ever gone to Yankee Stadium with your Red Sox hat on?
No, I haven't been to the East Coast. I wouldn't even want to go to a Yankee game. Maybe if I got free tickets. But no, I'd love to go to Fenway and see the Red Sox play. I've actually got the opportunity to watch them in Dallas, play the Rangers, and went early and got to see batting practice, and so that was really exciting.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple of Cubs fans in the building here, so I think Cubs fans and Red Sox fans have a similar, love of the game, because you certainly don't love because of World Series wins or stuff like that. Not like those other teams that buy all those players.
Yeah, my wife's family, they're from Chicago, and so her grandpa is a huge Cubs fan.
Okay.
And when he was younger, he talks about all the games he used to go to and how cheap the tickets were then, and he'd skip school and go watch a baseball game, and so it's really I really enjoy talking baseball with him.
Yeah,
and all those.
Have you been to what ballparks have you been to?
I've been to Houston. I went to Houston, watched the Astros, and then just the Rangers. But I haven't been to the Rangers' new stadium, so I want to go check it out, because a couple of years ago we went to a game and we were in the sun, and it was hot. It was hot and miserable. And now with their new stadium, how they can close the roof and turn the AC up, that's what I want to do.
Well, having gone to a couple of games in Phoenix in the middle of July, and they have that roof closed, and they put it up on the screen, outside 114, inside 74, people have gotten lazy. I don't know if lazy is the right word. Spoiled is maybe the right word. And it used to be, summertime, go out, sit in the sun and enjoy the game. But now fans just don't want to. they want a more climate controlled situation, So
Yeah,
a lot of these
definitely.
ballparks have done that.
And we saw that with our season last year, playing in June.
That's right.
With
That's right.
baseball and saying, hey, let's push the doubleheader back a little bit so we can get the sun down for the second game. And so and especially on that turf, it gets a little warm on the turf because that sun just heats up that field and so
that was last year.
Yeah.
This year we're back. We're in April, so
we're good.
I know it's going to be 90 today, but that's not too bad. It's been pretty reasonable the last few weeks, and got over to Hobbs, and the wind was everybody has to deal with the wind. I mean, it can just make crazy things happen out there.
Yep.
Everybody's ready. Well, good. Anything else you'd like to add today?
No, I just want to encourage everyone to come out to the ball field and watch us play. It's going to be good games this week, so come support the Bulldogs.
All right, Coach J.J. Ortiz, thank you so much, and we'll see you out there this afternoon. All right, folks, let's see what